The one guy seemed like you're not afraid of Diddy. Was it just like I've been through
He's
way
not
worse?
a scary guy. He never was a fucking scary guy.
That's how I feel.
I mean,
That's how I feel about my beefs. Sometimes guys
I just don't say I'm gonna make sweet love to him.
because he would have enjoyed it. He would have enjoyed it.
Cloudy World, and today, man, we're talking about this 50 Cent and Andrew Schultz interview breakdown where they were speaking on Kendrick Lamar. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, Kendrick Lamar has been in the media for, as we already know, the Not Like Us, Drake beef, all this stuff going on. But many people don't know he's also been dealing with this from kind of a lot of home team people. I'm talking some of the legends that have always spoken well on him, the Lil Waynes, the 50 Cents, the Snoop Dogs. I know it can hurt a lot hearing some of these legends on all sides, whether they're for you or against you, speaking out, because even if they for you, man, you know the position that puts them in as another late and great. Now, we're going to speak on this specifically with about 50 Cent and what he said on Andrew Schultz's podcast, where he had a really interesting breakdown and he saw this kind of beef, wishy-washy, whatever it is, for what it really truly is: marketing and a bigger game of exploitation. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, I'll break it down even more. So 50 Cent and Andrew Schultz were having a pretty good discussion speaking on Kendrick Lamar, and they were talking about how he affects and kind of expresses his creativity in a way that can change the music industry and make a lot of ripples that, you know, most artists can't. Now, of course, that happens with people like Drake and things like that too, but we're speaking on Kendrick because his ripple at the moment is making the biggest waves. And I feel like when we speak on these type of issues, we always gave respect to Drake on them situations, so we got to get that equal respect to Kendrick when he's doing it off the numbers and he's doing it off the impact. Because now, one thing that I didn't really care about Kendrick fans was when they would say that, oh, numbers don't matter, because they do. And I think that that's even better case for Kendrick right now because his numbers going crazy. So I feel like use those metrics and really let it be known, because that man is really going crazy and is putting a lot of stuff going on into really big effects and really metricable impacts. And what I mean by that is we're seeing his impact with Doechii. If you don't know, Doechii is an artist signed to TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, a subsidiary, which is really like a fake half owner of Kendrick, because as we already know, them LA politics or record labels is a lot more personal than other record labels can be in other different fields. But the main point is that she's still under the Kendrick Lamar umbrella in a sense, and it seems as if everything Kendrick Lamar do turns to gold. Doechii is an amazingly talented artist. Many people don't understand this though, is that about artistry, you need not only a good creative and expressive way, but you need good marketing, you need good understanding of the business world, and those are certain things that most artists just aren't gonna have the time to do. And you need a system around you to allow you to be great. Some people only need, you know, a management of the system who can just make sure things are straight. Other people need the pieces, the this, the that, the other. They need an entire system created for them specifically to succeed. And both ways work. Like, you've seen it for a lot of people. Both ways work. Even the manufacturer stars, it can work for a hot minute. Decisions were made to make sure that their music and their style of music was either upheld or consistently made hot. That doesn't mean that they were just forced or pushed. That means that they had a sound that was very easy to grasp for a mainstream audience, and all those labels did was put them in position. But I'm saying that some people need that position in that entire box to be made for them to be, you know, motion men, motion woman, while other people just need, you know, what's the old school saying, bro? Well, all you need is a little bucket, and just stand on a bucket and just speak your truth. And some people got enough passion and enough, you know, soul in them that just that little bucket could be the same as someone else getting a multi-million-dollar deal. Just a little prop up for them could really be the next step that a lot of talented artists need to get to that next level. But the reason I'm speaking on that is exactly why I think this Kendrick and discourse and 50 Cent and Andrew Schultz discourse is all so important, where they're openly saying that, where did the artistry go? I thought it was about this, that, the other. I thought it was about making music. And 50 Cent had to dead it real quick, tell him, bro, this is real life. Like, you all, whether you take you all to mean, you know, civilians, whether you take you all to be listeners of music, of rap music that are not from the culture, whether you take that as just meaning, you know, a race thing. But he basically is just saying you are not from this reality where these things are supposed to make sense. You can't make them make sense because they sometimes just don't. But you have to understand that they're gonna happen, and whether you understand it for what they are or not, or you think it's just some corny beef or some real stuff, people are being affected by this. And you can either be a voice of reason or you can be one of the people that's just laughing and letting things go on how they are. But someone in 50 Cent's position understands that he has not only a right, but he has an option and a respected decision to be involved that would make things go different. And when you have a position to where you can actually affect how things go, and you can be a speaker of, you know, reason, he's already been through this. 50 Cent's been through this. He's the antithesis. He's the definition of get rich or die trying. Real deal. So when he says that, it still has some weight to it. And I feel like people don't always respect that. The same weight that people feel like when Cardi drops a song is the same weight that a lot of these old heads feel like, and a lot of people that are still respected in this industry feel when these late great legends, the, you know, DJ Hercs, the, you know, OGs to the Jay-Z's to the, you know, you already know what I'm saying, from the old heads to the OGs that we be seeing, the Kanye's and the Ye's and the Jay-Z's, to even the ones younger than that, the Kendricks and the J. Cole's. And like, it's levels to this. It's levels to this. And I feel like people don't always like that. And I don't think that should matter at times, but rank is rank. If people have put 10, 15 years into their craft, you don't have a right to come to them at the other side of the table and say that you know more than them. That's just objectively not true. Yet for some reason in the rap culture, when we know the truths of situations and we know how deep they really go, and people are just letting these narratives fly, knowing that people really lose their lives off narratives, to me, it just gets cornier and cornier. And I really applaud and respect 50 Cent for even speaking on that, because he is a well-versed man. Don't take his trolling for what he's saying. This dude knows what he's talking about, and he has a lot of history living it and doing it. He takes care of a lot of people. When you have conversations with people that you know situate and take care of other people, they have a certain air of understanding and seeing things beyond the moment, beyond the present. They have to look into the future a little bit. So when you have the chance to hear people like that break things down, it's important to really listen and really understand what they're saying. Because every time I heard 50 Cent explain his reasoning, it made so much sense. Why would you keep putting yourself in that position, whether you're Drake or Kendrick? The sale's been done, it's been handled. If Drake wants to recoup his cheese on investments, that's just after the fact stuff. But at the same time, Kendrick has a right to speak on it, laugh at it, and clown on it. Just because the fan base is heated don't mean that he can't laugh and do his victory lap. How many times has Drake done his victory lap? Are we gonna forget when this man Drake literally was playing that song over Meek Mill's hotel room for like what, 10 hours straight right above him? Like, what are we doing here, bro? Because it really feels like we're just ignoring the fact that rappers are petty, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm so tired of these people trying to act like grown folks ain't being petty and childish. It's funny. It's funny. I'm sorry people have to have a real one from the south side to say it, but it's funny, man. You can laugh at people being petty. You can laugh at artists clowning people. But we have to remember is that this stuff does get serious and they do get real. And it's about how y'all want to handle it on a personal, because yeah, this is Kendrick Drake, but y'all could take it into your real lives. Is this the way that you would handle beef and confrontation in real life? 9 times out of 10, most of y'all gonna say no, because you know it's not gonna get nowhere. It's just messy, but it's making them money. So all I'm saying is focus on what we can control, y'all, because at this point it's clear that this Kendrick and Drake beef ain't going nowhere in sight. Cloudy World, let me know what y'all think about in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about Drake, Kendrick, and what they have going on now. And Cloudy World, like, comment, subscribe. We're gone.